Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session. I hope y'all are doing well, and I hope you had a great weekend. We again had a nice quiet weekend. I like those weekends, quite frankly. Just my hubby and me. Yep, we went down south. The kids had other plans, so they babysat the pups for us, and we had a lovely time alone. Yeah, so that was nice. So today's Monday, and I decided to come on and do my ramble before I start laundry. That way, you don't have to hear all the rumblings and grumblings of my household. Hopefully, the dogs will behave. So, here I've got my really disgusting looking shake, but it is oh so yummy. And I'm ready to go. That is my vegetable fruit shake, and it is so yummy. And what I've taken to doing lately is I put all of like the dry ingredients into a freezer bag and stick it in the freezer so that when I'm ready to make my shake, I just put that little, pouch of frozen fruits and vegetables into the blender thing, add my liquid and yogurt, zhuzh it up, and I'm good to go. Saves me time. Okay, you're looking at a complete disaster, as usual. So, let's get started. Let's see. I'll move some of this stuff over and then I'll talk about it in a sec. All right. So let's get started with this. There is a reason why there are crumpled up pieces of old music paper because, excuse me, there's Fred. Golly. Because this is the cover of my July-August Fauxbo. So, yeah, this is how I decided to do it, and I'll show you what I did to make it. This is one of those Dollar Tree wall stickers, and I just love it. It came from this pack here, Main Street Wall Creations Jumbo Stickers from, the Dollar Tree here in the U.S. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's what I used, and I have not really prepared this at all. The only thing I've done to this book is I went through yesterday while I was watching the very exciting World Cup most of the day, and I went and washed the sides of my book. Now, I have not glued them together. I was very lazy, and I just didn't have the time nor the inclination to glue them all together because it takes me probably a month to glue the entire book because I do it section by section. Each day I glue 3 pages, set books on top, leave it to dry. Next day, 3 pages, leave it to dry. It takes forever. Excuse me again, I'm so sorry. Oh, you got a sniff in there too. Sorry about that. Anyhow, yeah, my allergies are horrible lately. I told you that last time. So, I do not like this. This is not my preferred way to do my pages. I do like the sturdiness of gluing them together, but you know what? Let's just face it, my life has been crazy. So yeah, haven't done that. So anyhow, what I wanted to show you is how I'm gonna decorate the back, which is the same exact way I decorated the front, and that's why I have these crinkled up pieces of music text. Now, these are vintage pages, and I'm hoping to not, they are brittle. I'm hoping to not tear them and rip them too much. Okay, so what I do is, and I'm gonna use this side because it has more music on it. Okay, I'm going to kind of flatten this out a little bit, but still leaving the wrinkles. And then this is what I do to get this effect in the background, this colorful effect in the background. Is I crinkle up the paper, then slightly spread it out, and then I use my distressing. Sorry for the reach. I like to use, my favorite color combo is yellow, pink, and orange. And then I do believe I used this, the peacock feather as well. So, I just take these little things and I just lightly run it over the paper, okay? And if you'll notice, I hope I'm not shaking you about by doing this. Okay, let me bring you up closer there. Okay, if you'll notice, see, it really hits on those wrinkly raised parts. The yellow's not such a great example to show ya, sorry. So let's go in with pink. Okay, then I do the same thing with pink and see it like this is, yeah, this shows it a little bit better. And then again, see it just it touches on all those raised pieces. So that is how I do it. That is how I do it. Now I'm going in with orange, doing the same thing. Whoops. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with blue, and I'm just gonna do some along, you know, the sides and the bottom, and then of course it mixes with the yellow and makes it greenish. Okay, so there is the finished product. Okay. Then, after it dries a bit, right, because if I run, well, whatever. Then I kind of like try to straighten it out even more, okay? Yeah, I'm going to have dyed fingers. And then what I do is I just take my score tape and I put score tape all the way around the 4 edges. And then I go nuts with my glue stick, glue, 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 lots and lots of glue. And then I line the edge up along this seam, you know, the whatever it's called, the binding. And I just press it down like that. I use my roly-poly thing, brayer. That's it. And then I roll it out to flatten it out. And then there you have it. It ends up looking like that. And then I'm going to stick this, one of these very large stickers on it and call it macaroni. And it'll be done. And I have 2 more pieces of crumpled up music text. So I'm going to do the same thing with these 2, okay? And then that is how I'm going to decorate the inside of my covers, front and back. And then I still have to go through and figure out 31 pages for, you know, each month. This will be July, this will be August. And then, you know, do that. I got to do my pocket here. I still have to print out my labels. Today is what? July 2nd? Yeah, so of course I'm behind. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. You know me. Yep. So, golly, my desk is full of stuff. Holy cannoli. Okay. Let's see. This is my old book. My old Fauxbo, so I still need to, you know, go through this and finish it. This is a beautiful doily printout that my friend Brooke shared with me. So I will put her link below. I don't know if she's going to put these on her Facebook page or not, but I can't wait to use it. Yeah, so I'm going to use that for Friday. And then what else? Oh, my son got his uniforms for work, so I dug in his garbage and got out his tags, and I'm going to write about that. And then I thought these were cute tags too. Over the weekend, my husband and I had gone out and I had gotten some dish towels. And not that I need to make note that I purchased dish towels, but Cafe Express, I thought this was a cute little tag just to, you know, put on my page for coffee, you know, like when I have coffee. So anyway, that's that. So yeah, I need to finish this book. Yeah, and then look what else I fished out of my son's garbage. I need to go through my kids' garbage cans more often. He had this thing in there. I'm like, what did you throw that away for? I could use that. Yeah, so little stamps in there that I can cut up and use somehow. Okay, yeah, what else? Oh, yesterday while we were watching the World Cup, I did 5 more of these coasters, right? They're so super simple to make, and they're just fun and relaxing. And I only got 5 made because I was busy watching the game. Oh my gosh, who knew soccer, football, could be so exciting? Not me, but it was, and I've really been enjoying it. Okay, then also yesterday when I got home, I started on doing, let's see, how does this go? Okay, it goes like this. I was watching some videos over the weekend, and I watched this one video by Dana S, and I will put the link to her channel below and the link to the video below. And she had the most beautiful, I think she called it her joy journal, and it was like an art journal slash faith journal, and it just, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful, and it was so inspiring to look at. And so when I got home, I thought I've got to make something similar. And yeah, so that might be what this is. I'm not sure. I might go ahead and make another like junk journal of my own to use, because this might be a little bit too big. These are the handmade books that I made out of one sheet of watercolor paper, and they have about 20 surfaces to work with. Yeah, but I might do something different with this. I'm not sure. And then while I had my jelly, these were jelly prints. So I actually had two, well, I have one more, but I had two of these books. So what I did was, while I was printing on this one and setting it off to dry, this is what I used to roll out my paint from my brayer that was on my brayer. So I had some drying time. And then in between all of that, I just took, so this is a piece of yellow copy paper, and this is what I did for a wipe off as well for my stencils. So that's a really good way to use up like mishaps or things that you've printed that you don't need anymore, but you don't want to throw away a whole stack of used papers. And as long as there's nothing important on it, then I don't see why you couldn't use these as just fodder in your journals. So I did that yesterday. Hopefully I'll be able to continue on with it. What else did I do? Oh, last week, some of you might have seen this either on Instagram, or I don't even know if I posted on Instagram. I don't really do that much Instagram, but anyhow, these are papers that came from, let's see, two of these journals. Okay, they have like 20 pages a piece. I don't even know if it says. No, I don't think it does. Anyway, the covers are brilliant, right? The covers are gorgeous and would look lovely in a journal, or you could actually even make a journal out of this because it's pretty thick cardstock. Anyhow, I take the innards out and then I stain them using food coloring. So, and one of the gals, I think it was Jacqueline, I don't know if she'll watch this or not, but I did answer her in writing on the Facebook group. She had asked me if I was going to do a video on the process. Well, I don't have a tripod to take you to my kitchen, and yeah, and I don't edit, so I can't like copy and paste things so that, you're not watching this whole watching the whole process. So I'll just try to briefly explain it. So what I do is I take like an 11, what is it? It's like an 8.5 by 11 baking sheet, glass, like Pyrex kind of, not baking sheet. It's like a Pyrex baking pan, I guess, glass. I hope that made sense. So you take that, you fill it like halfway with water, you put a load of food coloring in. I don't know exactly how much. I just like to make it nice and dark. And then I slip my pages into it, and I pat it down with like a fork to submerge each individual page, but I stack them in the liquid mixture, and then I just leave them there for a bit, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. And then I go in and very carefully take them out, and then I put them on a drying rack, like a baker's drying rack that sits inside a large sheet pan, okay? And what I do is I lay them side by side like this, and then I lay one on top, okay? And then I lay two more, and then one, and then two more, and I stack them all up, okay? Now see how some are darker and some are lighter? It's because this right here had a paper over it like that, okay? That's just what happens. And then I put them into the oven at 275, and it takes a little bit of time, and you have to make sure, you keep an eye on it. And yeah, once the top layers start drying, I go in and I take those layers out, put them aside, let the underneath layers dry, and then go like that until I'm done with all of the pages and they're all completely dried. This right here is just the result of pooling or wrinkles in the paper. And then once everything is completely dry, I actually go to my iron and I iron the papers. Yes, you heard me correctly. I iron them. I don't even iron clothing, but I do iron these papers because I do like them rather flat. These I dyed in, obviously in green, blue. This was the red dye, which actually turns out to be pink. Look at all those pretty little like veins that are in there. So cool. And then I did some yellow ones as well because I'm going to be making some more little girl journals. So I wanted some paper to go in them. And where did that go? Okay, here it is. All right, I had shown you before I had made a little girl's journal. And the little girl is enjoying it very much. And I'm so thrilled. And so I'm going to make another one. And this is the other one. And I learned a little bit from the first one I made. This one lays a little bit flatter because when I'm gluing it, I use the Fabri-Tac. And when I made my first one, it was very stiff because I didn't spread the glue out. With this one, I spread the glue out a little bit more. And then when it was still wet, I worked it, right? I opened it and closed it and worked it so that it would all, you know, come together, right? This will have one signature sewn in. Around the edging here, I did a very simple blanket stitch, which is super fun, and I think it just adds such a lovely little handmade bit to it. It is now let me tell you this. This outside cover is made from a file folder. And then I took a piece of batting over the top, and then I took my piece of fabric and glued. I didn't glue anything onto this part here, right? I simply made the fabric bigger than the book itself and then folded up the sides, you know, folded in the edges and glued it all underneath this. Then this right here is a piece of really heavy cardstock that I simply, let me think what I did. I do believe I glued this fabric on here just so it wouldn't move. And then I did the same thing. I turned this piece over, folded all the edges up, if that makes sense, glued that all together, and then I glued it into here, sandwiching the piece of ribbon, which will then be, you know, like that, the closure for the book, right? Super duper cute, super duper easy. Yeah, and really just fun to do. So, and in fact, this is going to be my second little girl journal, and I do, there's a little girl in mind, and then I have two more little girls in mind, right? Because I don't know what little girl wouldn't want a journal. I don't know. They're just so fun to make. So I'm like racking my brain thinking, okay, what little girls do I know? So anyhow, yeah, so I've got two more of these to make. And like I said, they are just super duper fun. So yeah, I will finish those up. And these measure like 4 by 6 roundabout, I believe. Let's see. Sorry for the glare. Oh, okay, sorry, I was mistaken. 4.5. 4.5 by 6 is what they measure. So yeah, they are really fun to make. Really fun to make. And super duper easy to make. Anyhow, so there's that. And I will put, you know, that's why I did this colorful paper, because see, I mean, every single color matches the cover of the book. So I will use this paper and my Molly and Rex paper and some other tidbits and put that into the little girl's journal. So I'm excited for that. Then let's see what else I have. Oh, this is my update. This is all I'll show you until after I've completed the swap. But these are the two journals that I have made for the Fauxbo swap. They have vintage fabric on the inside. This one's made out of a paper bag. Came out cute. Has a 1.5 inch spine. It'll have one signature with loads of goodies in it. And then this was the other one that I showed you that I was making. This is out of just a gift bag. And then on the inside, I have this vintage fabric. And again, I did the same thing and made this into like a little pocket to put goodies. So that'll be fun. I need to get on that because before I know it, the deadline will be here. And yes, I need to send to my partners. And the last thing I think is I went to the library, and these are some of the things that I got. Yes, the only reason I got this, okay, sorry for the glare, Ed Sheeran thing, is because it was about Ed Sheeran. And my husband and I really enjoy some of his music, so I wanted to read the article. But then as I was looking through, you know, the book, there's some really great images in here that look at that one. That is awesome. Look at those colors. Yeah, so I had to get it. So that was that. I got this book here, A Glass Act, and it's a coffee table book. And look at these beautiful, sorry for the glare, beautiful images, right? I can cut these out. First of all, I could use one of these pages. Sorry for the glare. Jeez. There we go. I can use one of these pages just in a journal, as a journal page or whatever. And then there's some of them in here. Where are they? See, like these I can cut out individually and make little tags out of them or whatever. There are some other ones like that right there, right? I mean, that would be a huge tag, but still, I can still do it, right? Little journaling spots. I mean, these are just so pretty. The paper's nice and glossy and thick. So yeah, I'm going to use that for that. And I did also get, oh, look, there's writing in here. Oh, isn't that funny? I got this from the library too. And it is a Spanish-English dictionary. So yeah, we all like other languages. I find them very interesting. And so yeah, those will be nice to put in journals. Speaking of other languages, I don't know. This is a psycho thriller book. I don't know. It appears, maybe it's German. I don't know. Yeah, it looks, yeah, it's Deutsch. It looks like it's German. And again, I like using books that have, you know, different languages in them for my book text because most of the time you won't come across, you know, bad words. Or if there are bad words in it, I don't know what they are. So yeah, so I got that. And then I did get this here as well, The Joy of Beethoven. And these are just huge music papers, so they would be good in a journal. So I got that. And then I just got some like magazines to put maybe in my swap journals with beautiful images about our area. So I got that, some little brochures about our area. And then I got Cosmopolitan just because sometimes those have some cool images, especially like seasonally for my Fauxbo. And I got this, which I thought was cool because look at all those little images in the bottom, foliage and flora, all of that. And so those would make nice little cards or little like those specimen things that I've been doing for like little journaling spots. I mean, the whole book is, you know, that. So cool. So maybe I'll do that. Who knows? And then I got this book. These appear to be like old. And so yeah, I thought these, I mean, look how adorable that is. Oh, I hope, am I even showing you? Yeah, so adorable. So I thought I could put these in my journals as well. Yeah, fabulous. Fabulous. So I got that. And then I got cross stitch as well. And these are just fun because they have like the little patterns and stuff. And also like these little, you know, whatever these are called. I don't know. This happens to be like Christmas, but I could actually put this in like a December daily, this part or something. Oh, and then they have like Halloween stuff anyway. But then they do have these kinds of things. So taking out a page from here, these would be really cute to put into like a junk journal. So we'll see. And then last but not least, I found this beautiful calendar. It's actually a 16-month 2019 calendar. I don't use these calendars, but I love, look at all those pictures without the glare. I love succulents, even though I can't grow them. And I just thought these pictures were so gorgeous. They would make wonderful covers for my Fauxbo or even pages in journals and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. So there you have it. Now, what did I do? Okay. I need to have this out here because this is what I'm going to work on next. And yeah, I think that's it. I've gone on long enough. And I will thank you for your time and sharing it with me as always. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go live this week or not. Generally speaking, like when people go live, or at least the lives that I watch, the people are actually doing something. And it's hard for me to walk and chew gum. Like I wouldn't do a live while I'm working in my Fauxbo because it's hard to write my thoughts down as I'm talking with you guys. So last week's live was really fun and I really do enjoy doing them. I just don't really have any ideas as to what you guys would want to see. So if you have any suggestions, you know, yeah, go ahead and put them below and I'll see if I can work it out. Other than that, yeah. That's about it. Yep. So I'm going to work on a load of stuff today. Get my laundry started. Already talked to my grandma. So, yep. Going to get all that done. Get this uploaded and make some annoying phone calls because, yep, it's Monday and phone calls need to be made. So, I will talk to you all soon, I hope. And, yeah, have a great rest of your week. And I'll catch you later. Bye.